17 Brooks Avenue in Burlington.
We didn't think too much of it. It was 50 years ago.
Deborah Kraft's apartment and the home of one of the city's oldest cold cases, the 1971 murder of 24-year-old Rita Curran, a Milton, Vermont native and beloved elementary school teacher, killed inside her Burlington apartment nearly 52 years ago.
It had come up a couple times, but mostly it would be us telling our friends about it, like, oh, by the way, there's an unsolved murder in our apartment.
The Burlington Police Department announcing Thursday that there were new developments in the unsolved murder. They did not disclose what exactly those details are. Former Burlington Free Press reporter Mike Donahue waiting on this moment for 5 decades, believing whatever they have is from DNA testing.
It's only been recently in the last few years that I've heard they've really focused on this DNA with this discarded cigarette.
Donahue remembers hearing the name Rita Curran on the morning of July 20th, 1971, and he's never forgotten it.
It's one of the 3 biggest crimes in my 50 years of reporting, probably in the state of Vermont.
The young reporter just a year and a half into his career.
Burlington back then was quiet. People didn't lock their cars, they didn't lock their doors, and that's what happened that night. Was her apartment was left unlocked.
Recalling the impact that this murder had on people living in the Queen City, causing a sense of fear and discomfort they'd never experienced.
People were going to the hardware store and getting secondary locks for their door and putting them on the doors, and they were sold out, within a day or something like that. I mean, people were freaking out. They were scared.
This story has stuck with him, forming a strong bond with Rita's parents, who have since passed. Now keeping in touch with her brother. Donahue promised to pick up the phone if there ever was a break in the case.
When I called him this week and said, well, finally making that call. And
back at 17 Brooks Avenue.
Interesting to know that 50 plus years later, they can still find new information out about a case.
Kraft is hopeful that these new developments bring peace and closure to the family and community.
Now, we don't know what these new details in the case are, but we do expect to learn those at a press conference that's set for Tuesday.
Carolyn, we don't know exactly what's going to come out of that press conference next Tuesday, but there are a lot of people that are expected to be there, right?
Yeah, Brian, we're told alongside the Burlington Police Department that scientists as well as family members of Rita Curran are supposed to be there. I'm also told prosecutors and possibly former Senator Patrick Leahy may be there. I did reach out to him this evening to try to get that confirmed. He was the Chittenden County State's attorney during the time that Rita's case was being investigated initially, but I did not hear back tonight.